Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our school launching of the 2021 Brigada Pagbasa. We start with let's have the national anthem, the opening prayer, and the Tanungan all Tanungan audiovisual presentation. Let's put ourselves in the presence of the Lord. Father God in heaven, we thank you for this day. We thank you for all the blessings that you have bestowed upon us. Father, as we start our activity, we humbly ask your Holy Spirit to guide us, that we may hear and speak according to your will. We humbly ask you, Father, to bless each one of us from the technical committees, management teams, participants, and to all personnel who are involved for today's activity. By your mercy and grace, may we fill with new knowledge that will help us make to be a better one. May be grateful always as we learn new things throughout the day. Forgive us, Lord, our trespasses, as we forgive to one another. We surrender ourselves unto you and offer our activity for today, because apart from you, we can do nothing. All this we ask through your Son, Jesus. Announcement of participants by Mrs. A. Usual, our school information coordinator. Good morning. May I present to you the participants for today's activity? Of course, supportive PTA President, Sir Serafin Abundo. Also with us are our fellow teachers, Ma'am Lorraine, Ma'am Ann, as Chairman of Brigada Pagbasa, Ma'am Che and Ma'am Jane, supporting staff, Yaya, and of course, the aim of this program, the volunteers. Thank you and have a nice day. Thank you, Ma'am Elaine Isural. And now we have the welcome remarks to be given to us by our school principal, Mrs. Nina S. Mariano. Thank you, Ma'am Lorraine. A blessed day to everyone. Special mention to our ever supportive School Parent Teacher Association President, Mr. Serafin. Today, we're having our virtual kick-off activity of the Brigada Pagbasa. Brigada Pagbasa is an extension of the Brigada campaign that promotes community participation in time for school activity. Last week, our volunteers had already done the pre-assessment, and today they are on site for our virtual kick-off activity. May I now express my genuine gratitude to our volunteers, reading coordinator, Brigada Eskwela coordinator, for your sincere dedication. With this, I welcome you all to this virtual kickoff. May God bless us all with the wisdom to be able to achieve the purpose of this undertaking while strictly observing the necessary health protocols. Thank you. Thank you, Mom, for that warm welcome. Let's have the orientation and the guidelines of the 2021 Brigada Pagbasa, implementation, monitoring, and evaluation to be given to us by no other than our Brigada Eskwela Coordinator, Mrs. Annalyn O. Magdamo.
Good morning, everyone. So I would like to share today the orientation about the Brigada Pagbasa. Brigada Pagbasa is an offset project of Brigada Eskwela World Vision Development Foundation partners with the DepEd through the external partnership of our EPS. This is it reiterated in DepEd Memo number 53, series of 2020. Brigada Pagbasa as a form of Brigada Eskwela initiative is a community-based reading program that envisions to bring together DepEd partners, experts, change makers, policy makers, parents, community professionals, and other stakeholders across all sectors from international and local agencies and organizations in the public and private sectors to form collaborations to help all learners read and become functionally literate. Okay, so Brigada Pagbasa program are for learners from kinder to grade 6 pupils. Objective of this Brigada Pagbasa to improve the literacy level of the learners, basic and functional literacy levels, as defined in the Functional Literacy and Education Mass Media Survey by the Philippine Statistic Authority. Second is to increase the number of community volunteers who will join the Brigada Pagbasa movement. And the last one is to increase awareness and understanding on the importance of literacy as foundation to learning. Okay, so here are our partners. So it is the Region 5 take the lead in the overall project execution and shall ensure the successful implementation of the program. Also, our SDOs shall support the activity and share updates on the implementation of the program. Okay, who may volunteer with this Brigada Pagbasa? So we have option A, volunteer reader. Okay, the work of the volunteer reader, he, she may read a book to his, her recipient child or children within the community. So our recipient should be within the community. So ang reader should only read the book to his or her recipient. It's just like a storytelling to our pupils. So we have also the volunteer B, volunteer tutor. A volunteer tutor or kabrigada may become a volunteer tutor by selecting child or children within their community by devoting 1 hour every day on teaching them how to read. Okay, so the tutor teach the child or the children how to read, while the volunteer reader, he or she only reads stories to the children or to the recipient. Okay, so we can also have a volunteer book donor. They are organizations, private individuals, and other partners who may not have time to read a book or tutor, but willing to share by donating reading materials and resources to the school for the use during Brigada Eskwela. And the last one, option D, we can be a volunteer support. They are organizations, private individuals, and other partners who are willing to support a volunteer tutor and their tutee by providing snacks, school supplies, and other resources during the conduct of Brigada Pagbasa. Okay, so kabrigada volunteer readers and tutors must be a resident of the community wherein their recipient learners and tutees reside. So kung saan na kayo star volunteer, yung learners, yung tutees ninda, it should there, doon man syempre naka-reside. This is to avoid the possibility of sharing COVID-19 virus. Kabrigada volunteer book donor and support may come from the national government agency, local government units, private companies, and other interested individuals. Their donations resources shall be distributed to their selected schools. What are the benefits of volunteers? All Kabrigada volunteers will be awarded with certificate of appreciation. Then, all volunteer teacher applicants shall be awarded with certificates for teaching experience corresponding to the duration of their service. Here is the timeline. So from June, we have the call for May 28 to June 15, call for Kabrigada Pagbasa volunteers led by the Region 5 and SDO Catanduanes. June 18, launching and orientation of Kabrigada Pagbasa volunteers. Then we have June 19, start of implementation. Then July 15, project monitoring and reporting. September 15, 2021, this is now the project evaluation. June 19 to October 2021, that is the project duration. I would like to share is the Brigada Pagbasa monitoring tool. So there in the form we have there the target output. So the output number of learners attending Brigada Pagbasa, you can only write the number. The number of parents and volunteers oriented for Brigada Pagbasa reading remediation program, and then the number of trained parents and community literacy volunteers who regularly and actively support the Brigada Pagbasa and other activities that enhance learning outcomes. number of locally relevant materials distributed in the last 6 months by Brigada Pagbasa partners. Another target outcome, we have to improve the level of learners. We have there the pre-assessment test, and then to know the improvement of the learners, we have also the post-assessment test. The same question sa pre-assessment test, the number of learners that cannot read any letter, number of learners that can read letters 4 to 5 letters. Then we have number of learners that can read common words 4 to 5 letters. Okay, number of learners that can read a paragraph of 4 simple sentences with no more than 3 mistakes. Then we have also the number of learners that can read and understand a story or 2 to 3 questions answered correctly. The number of learners that can read and understand local material, 2 or 3 questions answered correctly. Okay, that is for pre-assessment and post-assessment. Then this aggregated data of volunteers. We have there the number of volunteer readers, number of volunteer tutors, number of volunteer book donors, and number of volunteer support. We also have type of volunteers. We have parent officials, community professionals, local officials or barangay or municipal, education graduates, teacher applicants, private individuals, business owners, and others. Okay, we can also have the major partners. It's either list of NGOs like INGOs, civil society organizations supporting Brigada Pagbasa. Then we have the items here for Brigada Pagbasa generated resources, number ay books, reading materials per unit, hygiene kits per pack, school supplies per pack, food snacks for learners, valuation for volunteer reader, formula number of hours by rate. Then valuation for volunteer tutor, we have formula is number of hours times rate. Then we can compute now the total amount. That is for monitoring of Brigada Pagbasa. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Annalyn, for a very well orientation on the guidelines of 2021 Brigada Pagbasa. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are proud that you are here our PTA President to give this message of support, Mr. Salvador.
Ah, ay, wait lang. Wait.
Okay na.
Supervisor, Mr. Elias B. Abundo, our school principal, Mrs. Mariano, to the teaching staff of Elementary School, Brigada Pagbasa volunteers, parents, good morning. Today we are having our school launching the 2021 Brigada Pagbasa. I understand this program aims to help all learners read and become functionally literate and this awareness and understanding of the importance of literacy as foundation for learning. So, on behalf of the PTA officers and members, I hereby express my sincere support for the Brigada Pagbasa program. Thank you and keep safe, everyone.
Thank you, Sir Serafina Bullo. Your hope is there for us. Ready to support. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's watch our volunteers in action. Two Vegas sound, pero nahihiling na si video. Iko na mo. Kung gano'n na talaga, play mo na. Play mo. Pagkabanti mo na dito, pagkabanti mo na. May part. Sige na. message, we have the master teacher of this school, Ma'am Lorena G. Ma'am, good morning everyone. On behalf of Google Elementary School teaching and non-teaching staff, it is indeed my pleasure to make remarks and express gratitude to all of those who made and will continue to make this endeavor, Brigada Pagbasa, a reality and success. To our PTA President, Mr. Serafin A. Abundo, thank you for giving us part of your time to show your support in this very commendable program of the Department of Education. To our volunteers, it is with great humility that I thank you, all of you, for your good and important role in this event. Your efforts and time given and will continue to give, letting these pupils learn are valuable and priceless. For that, I salute you all. To our Brigada Eskwela Coordinator, Mrs. Annalyn Magtangog, and the School Information Officer, Mrs. Elaine Pisural, thank you for your utmost dedications in making ends meet for us. Fairly available, though this time is already part of our long vacation. To all our fellow teachers, special mention to Ma'am Cherry and Ma'am Chinky. Thank you for your help in your own little ways with them. To our ever diligent principal, Ma'am Lina Ismariano, thank you. You are always there for us. You see to it that everything is okay and organized. For that, Mom, you deserve a resounding clap from all of us. To our pupils who are the main actor of this event, good luck. We look forward for that day that you are gradually becoming a leader because we believe this couldn't be done and learned overnight. To the parents, thank you for entrusting your children to this Brigada Pagbasa volunteers. Lastly, I thank God for giving us your blessings, the time and strength to make all things possible. We continue to ask your divine guidance, Lord God, in fully implementing this Brigada Pagbasa. With your kindness and grace, this Brigada Pagbasa in our school will surely be a success.